So the AirPods Max 2 recently came out, and they really aren't much except for a refresh over the original AirPods Max. Now I did upgrade to them because I had the original AirPods Max with the lightning cable. We did get like a slight kind of refresh there in the middle where it had USB-C, but now we actually get something that actually has updated internal. So we have the H2 chip in these AirPods Max 2 right here. But aside from that, really not much has changed. Still kind of the same overall design as the original AirPods, just some different colors than what we had back then. This is the blue color. This blue color is still exactly the same. I don't think it changed at all, which is kind of a shame. I would have liked to have seen different colors across the board, but I kind of wanted to compare them to my trusty AirPods Pro. In this specific case, we have the Gen 3, which are the latest AirPods Pro to come out. And with these, not only do they have the H2 chip, but we also have heart rate tracking in this and a couple of more features that you still don't even get on the AirPods Max 2. The biggest difference here really is the price, because the AirPods Pro 3 right here retail for around $250, but you can often find these on sale and definitely cheaper than retail. However, the AirPods Max retail for $550, which is a big difference. So $300 more to get over-ear headphones versus in-ear. Is that really worth the difference? I am going to go ahead and kind of talk about the differences in owning these and what exactly you're going to get with each one of them, and whether it's really worth spending, that extra money to get the over-ear, or if you should even consider those at all. If you don't have the AirPods Pro, I definitely will just tell you, go get these and don't even think about the Max, because this is the one thing that I would definitely keep in my bag always, and that is worth the money. They are just fantastic. Now let's go ahead and talk about comfort real quick, because of course the AirPods Max are over ear, and these are kind of designed to be over your head for a couple of hours and, feel a little bit more cozy. The pads here that we have, the ear cups or whatever, they're easily replaceable. You can even switch them out for different colors and such. I do like that they're magnetic like this. You could even remove this and wash them if you needed to, and then let them dry. The mesh up here does do a good job of supporting the weight on your head. I do have this little extra accessory, which is just kind of an add-on. I can remove that so you can actually see what the headphones look like there. But this, I just have it for extra protection when it's in my bag so that nothing snags onto this headband and rips that. But you can kind of see that mesh is really nice. It's comfy in the head. All right, now real quick, I wanted to give a huge thanks to Anker for sponsoring today's video. They just dropped 2 new charging setups that make a lot of sense if you're deep in the Apple ecosystem. First is the Anker 121D Smart Display Charger. It's a compact 45-watt USB-C charger, but instead of just being another charging brick, it actually has a built-in smart display. Now when you plug in your iPhone, it can recognize the model and show real-time battery percentage, charging speed, and temperature. And if you're someone who worries about overnight charging, you can double tap the top to turn on care mode. That uses Anker's Active Shield 5.0 system to monitor temperature over 1,000 times per second and keep charging cooler to help protect your battery health over time. Now, if you want to clean up your desk or travel setup, there's the Anker Prime Qi 2 3-in-1 wireless charging station. It actually folds down into this tiny, small aluminum cube. You get 15 watts of Qi 2 charging for iPhone with standby mode support, a magnetic Apple Watch arm, and a base pad for the AirPods Pro and AirPods. It also even has Anker's air-cool system built in, with a quiet internal fan to reduce heat and help keep wireless charging speeds consistent. So if you want a smarter charging brick or a cleaner 3-in-1 Apple setup, I'll leave links to both Anker chargers down below in the description. Huge thanks to Anker for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to it. However, these headphones do weigh quite a bit, and it's hard to not notice that. Like, this is probably the heaviest pair of headphones that I've ever owned. It's not the worst thing, since I'm not trying to go to the gym and lift with them or run with them or anything like that, but they definitely are designed for being stationary. The AirPods Pro 2, on the other hand, weigh absolutely nothing. Like, this whole package just feels so lightweight. And then each earbud is, I don't know, it's basically invisible. Like, when I put them in my ear, all I feel is the fact that the earbud is in there, but you definitely don't feel any weight or anything snagging down at you, which is really nice. On top of that, This also has sweat and dust protection. So if you're caught in the rain or anything like that, or if you sweat a ton in your run or anything, nothing is going to happen to these. Or if you use chalk in the gym and you grab the earbuds, that chalk isn't going to ruin the earbuds. I think that's definitely just a fantastic feature that these have that the AirPods Max don't have at all. So if you get these wet or if you get dust in this or anything, you might end up voiding the warranty or ruining them. In that case, it's very recommended that you actually get Apple Care for these if you're going to own them, which is going to up the price a little bit there as well. Now, if you happen to have glasses like I do, one of the biggest problems with the AirPods Max is that they clamp pretty hard on the sides. They're not the most comfy in that regard. And so the cushions here are going to press against the glasses, and then that's going to press against the temple of your skull there. And over time, in 30 minutes, an hour, depending on your glasses, depending on your head, depending on how the headphones fit you, that is going to hurt quite a bit. It's not the most comfortable thing. Sometimes you can kind of shift them up a little bit and kind of wear your glasses in a weird way to relieve pressure, and that kind of works at the cost of looking a little bit goofy. But it's worth noting, if you have glasses, depending on how big your frames and everything are, you might compromise the actual comfort of the headphones. And not even that, you might actually compromise the audio because you won't get a very perfect seal. And so the noise canceling won't work as well as it would if you didn't have the glasses on. Now, one of the most important things, of course, is that noise cancellation. And honestly, the AirPods Pro 3 remain undefeated here. They are just fantastic. They do such a good job of canceling almost basically anything you could possibly cancel out. And the AirPods Max 2 do not. It is not even close, in my opinion, from testing one after the other. Often when I am at a coffee shop or even just vacuuming or something, I can still hear the vacuum. I can still hear the ambient sounds of the coffee shop with the AirPods Max 2. That is not the case at all with the AirPods Pro 3 and even the AirPods Pro 2 for that matter. Definitely worth noting, if what you want is to actually cancel the outside world, if you're on a train, if you're commuting a lot, the best device here is going to actually be the AirPods Pro, or you're going to have to look into just another brand of headphones because these just don't do it, in my opinion. They still are fantastic and it's a very natural noise cancellation. However, just worth noting that you're still going to hear some stuff from time to time. Where these make up in that is in the soundstage that these have, because of course, ultimately physics is not going to allow the AirPods Pro to sound as large and lifelike as the Maxes right here. The bass depth on this, the separation of sounds, the cinematic feel that you get when you're actually watching a movie, whether that's on a plane or at your house on the TV or something, is just going to feel much more grand and special on the AirPods Max 2 than on the Pros. And then also the battery life. You're going to get about 20 hours in just one session of using these, which is of course as long as any flight that you could possibly take without charging them. Meanwhile, the AirPods Pro are kind of rated for around 8 hours with noise cancellation on. I feel like sometimes even I think I've had it kind of go out on me on 4 hours, but still the point is it's nowhere near the AirPods Max. So you're going to have to take these off mid a transatlantic flight, put them in the case for a bit, have them charge up, and then you can use them again. The nice thing is that with the case, you're going to get a total of 24 hours of listening time without having to plug in and charge the case. And talking about the case, we do get the ugly case here that doesn't really do much for the AirPods Max. So if you do want something that's going to protect them, I would definitely advise getting like a proper case on Amazon or something. I mean, it's an interesting look. It just doesn't really do much at all. It definitely doesn't even protect kind of the most important part, which is up here. That's why I bought that accessory for this right here, which I'll link down below. I think it just does a good job of protecting that top area a little bit, and it's easy to put on there. And I think it just adds some contrast to the color too. And I also bought one of these sets of kind of plastic cups right there for when I'm traveling or anything. So I can throw these in the bag, and not necessarily not that these scratch, but it's so that this doesn't scratch other stuff because this is aluminum. So just to avoid scratching, just put these plastic stuff on there. And these are just nice protectors. They do shift the color a little bit, but whatever, they're kind of nice to have, and I'll link those down below as well. So yeah, if I was buying only one, I would definitely get the AirPods Pro 3 right here. I think they are just amazing. It's the best thing that I think Apple makes. They just work work so well. They look nice overall. I kind of wish we had a black version at this point. And I also like that you can buy a ton of little cases for it and kind of customize it and make it look different to everyone else's AirPods. And I do like that. I don't know if I'm even putting it right here. There we go. And also, I just feel like these outside of the Apple ecosystem, they're just not as good. It's nice to have this switch between my iPhone and my Mac and my Apple TV. And that's really the main reason that I actually got these. So yeah, I would definitely say get the AirPods Pro. Or if you have these already, then maybe look into getting the Max. But I would definitely just look into the Max as a secondary purchase to the AirPods Pro. This is just such a fantastic product that works so well. And for the price, I think it just really delivers. I still believe the AirPods Max are definitely overpriced. And unless you can find them on discount or something, I just don't think they really are worth the money. And they're more of kind of a lifestyle, kind of fun little purchase to get if you're in the Apple ecosystem. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you would get. If they're the exact same price or you're getting these for free, what would you actually rather have? Very interested to hear that, because for me, I would still rather have the AirPods Pro, even if they're free and everything, just because these are just so versatile. If your life is in any way on the go, the AirPods are the way to go. If you're very sedentary when you're doing the music or editing and everything like that, then maybe the AirPods Max would make sense. But let me know what you think. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.